introduction. Glitzy introduction. Boo, 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 boo. Pew, 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 pew. Welcome, everyone, to another segment of The Best Show on Paper. We're here for week 2. I bet you thought we were going to not make it and we were going to wrap it up and cave in and not do our show, but here we are. We pulled it together on a Wednesday night. I'm joined. Oh, I'm sorry. Tom wanted to say something. Go ahead, Tom.
I said we said we were going to do it to week 4.
Oh, that's true. So we
Right, we got 2 more weeks after this.
We're going to 3 more weeks. And joined by us is Rocco, Vincenzo, Carlito DeStefano.
There we go.
I got all names, right?
Yep.
I like your sign behind you. Just notice it's very very appropriate.
Yeah.
Eat.
Well,
It reminds you.
Just like you walk in there, you go, "What am I?"
Eat.
Eat. Came to eat.
Eat.
We got some action figures behind you, looking very cool.
Oh yeah. Somebody didn't want it in their room, so there he is.
There is Thanos.
Thanos is there. Yeah. See him? There they are.
We're gonna make Rocco disappear. It worked. And of course, we're joined by Tom, the Truth Harnish.
Yay! Woo!
Back from Cincinnati, Tom, where your Bengals beat my Vikings in a thrilling match. Do you want to tell us any stories?
It was
that did not involve you complaining about Viking fans. Other stories.
Nothing else.
He's got nothing else.
It was hot, and yeah, and it was almost a tie. But
it was hot, and it was almost a tie.
Wait, didn't you guys bet on the over and under?
Yeah, I won, right, Tom?
You won, yeah. You won. You got the chicken nuggets.
It was looking good in that first half, though. I think
the first quarter was 0-0.
First half was awful, and then all of a sudden, boys came out to play.
Yeah.
So no exciting stories, Tom? Did it just feel good to be there? I know you're there every opening day, or try to be there.
Yeah, I got to walk across the Roebling's Bridge to Kentucky and watch the girl drop her keys into the Ohio River off the bridge. So that was pretty funny.
Why? Why did she get? Was she like?
She was swinging around, and then you just see her face, and as they fly over the bridge and into the water. Yeah. And I was like, "You didn't really drop your keys. That sucks." And then I had my friend who was giving me a tour of where everybody committed suicide and was murdered. I was like,
What trip is this? You went to go watch the Bengals. You're in Cincinnati for like.
And he's like, "Oh, you're right. Is the park where all the people were murdered on July 4th. This is where this guy drowned himself." I was like, "You give us the craziest tours."
That's like a terrible trip, Tom. What are you doing?
I was like, "You give the most depressing tours."
Hey, Rocco, can you top that? How was
No, there's no way. Fly ball.
Rough day for you and I, buddy. Rough day for us. So now we can all overreact, right? The Bills are overrated. They're not making the playoffs.
Bills suck.
Obviously,
go back to normal.
They're terrible. New England and Miami are going to fight it out. The Bills are awful, right?
Yeah,
but
Josh Allen was a flash in the pan. It's fine. It's good. It's what I like.
The Vikings are terrible. They've lost to the Bengals. Come on. It's all over. Season's done. Back in.
God.
But we could also overreact in fantasy. So we have we're going to show our standings right here when I edit the video, and we've got we got our win. Oh yeah,
Look at me. I'm down on the bottom again.
Look the wrong way, Rocco. Look the other way.
Oh yeah. Here I am.
No.
Oh.
Work on this. It's your left hand.
This way. This way.
Upside down.
Upside down.
Upside down.
Thank you.
So our winners this week, Brady Bay and Anthony won, pouring out from Mahomes. Zeke and Destroy, those are your winners in the Spartan division. Your losers, Golden Olies, Turtle Midnight Runners, and Boogie Down Bruisers. Winners in the Titan division, Purple People Eaters, Kitty Chasers, No Ma'am, are losers, Penny Slack Gamblers, Smiles Are Free, and Russell Wilson's War. Each week we'll be doing a King of the Week, and the King of the Week is me. I'm the king.
Woo!
High scorer in the league, over 200 points. And Tyreek Hill is your King of the Week. Hold on. Let's do it again. Do it again. Yeah, we'll put something there. I don't know what.
Okay.
Tom, you gotta speak. So hold on.
I gotta put the crown on your head.
Oh,
But
crown.
remember Burger King? He would always have. He would serve the.
The burgers. The burgers. Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks for all the editing job I have now after this. So that's the king of the week. Purple Beaters, Tyreek Hill. And for every king, there is a dud. And our dud of the week, or our court jester this week, is Frank Davoli. So, yeah, we can all boo him. Everyone want to boo Frank?
Boo.
Boo.
Avi Baez.
You were done with baseball. I thought it was over. Season's over.
It is over. It's totally over.
This is what we're going to do. Done of the week, every week, the three of us, we're going to see. We're a league that wants to support our owners, right? We don't want to just get on ridicule them.
We want to help them.
Yeah, we want to help them grow as owners and people. So we're going to give them advice. The three of us will be giving Frank Davoli advice today. Advice, I'm sorry, on his team. Tom, we're going to start with you. If you were Frank right now, what would you do?
Well, as I'm looking through his roster right now, he has some sort of illegal roster because it says 0 points for everybody. So I have to figure out what
Panic going on. Mayhem. He's cutting guys. He's adding guys.
Yeah, like he must have too many guys or something. Also, he's starting Ben Roethlisberger. Like,
that's the number
that was
one.
great, like in 1999. But other than that, I mean, Derrick Henry. He's got Eckler. His bench, I mean, yeah. Well, he's got CeeDee Lamb on his bench. I don't know why.
Yes,
What's
thank
that
you.
about? And Baker Mayfield on his bench. And
He needs to cut Big Ben. Like Ben needs
Big
to
Ben, yeah. Once like Justin Fields starts, cut Big Ben so Danny can have him on his roster for the next 20 years.
I think we all agree. Big Ben right now is probably in a fantasy world. He should be your backup quarterback, or at least you should be transitioning.
Well, listen, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback, but he should not be playing on any fantasy roster unless it's like a 30-man league.
Well, I think he's a backup. I think he has value as a backup. You can pick your spots with him, right? If he's playing it.
I don't think so.
I mean, Vikings 1 week, I'd start him, versus that secondary. But
if he's like Jacksonville and everyone else was on a bye, maybe.
So last week, looking at this roster, we've got you were saying Frank left a lot of points on his bench. Goff had 37 on his bench.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb didn't start. He started Allen Robinson instead with Dalton at quarterback, which
yikes.
Probably. And then CeeDee Lamb put up 22 and a half. Then he also had Melvin Gordon, who has been his running back for years, 23 and a half on the bench. So I will say, Rocco, Frank's got to make some moves. Any moves you would suggest?
I would definitely try to move, like, you could definitely move Allen Robinson for like a quarterback, because Big Ben and Goff, they're all like, Goff is a backup. And Baker Mayfield's a backup. He doesn't have a legit starting quarterback there for sure. He can move some of these players and still be very strong and compete. He needs a better quarterback. That's what he needs.
Yeah, I agree. I think you always want to look at assets, your assets, right? And I agree, his asset, Marcus Robinson's an asset, but I think going forward, CeeDee Lamb's going to be your guy in the lineup. Him and Prescott look great together. That offense is going to be pass heavy, even though they always want to kind of establish the run. They're going to be passing a lot. They were doing it a lot when Prescott was the quarterback 2 years ago. I love Godwin. I think Godwin and Lamb and McLaurin are a nice wide receiving core. You have Henry, but you can't rely on 40 points from Henry every week. So there you go, Frank. It looks like the boys here today want you to get rid of Ben Roethlisberger. They want you to hand the reins over to CeeDee Lamb and make a move. I'm sure there are lots of people out there who want Robinson. You even got Jones on your bench isn't terrible. I mean, you got some guys there that can fill.
Yeah. This is a playoff roster for sure, and he's missing like one or two players tops from being like a legit caliber team, in my opinion.
Yeah. He also drafted Tyler Higbee in the first round. And
yeah, right. So
and
maybe
Zach
you should
Pascal's
trade
on
your
his
first
practice
round pick.
squad, and he scored a touchdown this weekend.
Well, I think you should trade his first round pick if he's not going to use it properly.
Yeah, exactly. What is he, Danny? What is he, Danny's going to trade for Dak Prescott?
He should. He
Second
could use
pick
it.
and put him on his bench.
Oh,
Yeah, Dak Prescott had a hell of a day. Actually, that's going to take us. That's a nice segue, Tom, into our hit it or quit it, which is now what we're calling it because it went over so well. You know, there was a lot of feedback. When I say a lot of feedback from the league, I mean none whatsoever. So we're just going to assume that people really favored the hit it or quit it. So we're going to go.
Our league is a bunch of duds. That's what our league is, a bunch of duds.
Stoke the fire, Rocco. That's
I'm just saying, between Tom and I, that's it. Like, there's nothing else. It's just dud.
Duds.
Duke chimes in, which is good.
With them all.
Come on. Wake up, people.
My dad is still trying to figure out how to join the app, how to join the Discord app. I'll be back.
You can give it to him at Thanksgiving. You can join for him.
No, I'll be back
Yeah.
in New York this weekend, and I'm going to help him get on the app. So once my dad gets on, the entire league will be on the app.
I mean, and we still haven't even voted on, like, what the loser, Taylor Swift or the bumper. Like, come on.
Everyone's very busy with their lives. You know,
To just say one thing?
Timmy's yet to say a word in that chat. I haven't heard from Timmy yet.
Sweet nipple.
God bless.
All right, it's time for hit it or quit it. All right, so we're going to start with you, Tom. We're going to start with hit it or quit it. Hit it or quit it. Matt Stafford, now with his new team, with weapons, and an offensive line that actually blocks the other team, is now a top 5 quarterback in fantasy this year. Hit it or quit it.
I'm not a Matthew Stafford guy, but I'll actually say hit it because he does have the weapons. He does have a plethora, like a big word I just used, of receivers. He's got the running back. He's got an offensive genius as a head coach. So he's not going to come from behind and he doesn't have to throw for 600 yards in the fourth quarter anymore. He can actually do it when, and win games. So I am hitting it, and I believe in Matthew Stafford for the first time in my life.
Excellent. Yeah, he looked really good, and it was nice to see him now on his back the whole game. Rocco, Matt Stafford now with this new team, top 5 fantasy quarterback this year. Hit it or quit it.
I say 100% hit it. I think I've always liked him, and I think this is it. He's got a much better team, and there's nothing else. Tom said everything that's true. This is his year to shine.
Excellent. I agree. I love the guy. I think he's got the whole leadership thing. He's got, it reminds me a lot of Drew Brees. Remember with Drew Brees, he traveled around. He ended up, by the time he got to New Orleans, he was a smarter quarterback. He was up there in age, but he had a hell of a career there. I could see Stafford doing the same thing. It's interesting. He's on my dad's team, so he's on Bill's team. Bill's got Kyler Murray. So look what we're doing here. We just talked. Frank's looking for a quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Matchmaker thing here, maybe.
But too bad your dad and Frank won't watch this or hear any of our advice.
If I send it to my dad, text message, he'll watch it. I didn't do that for the last episode.
Okay.
Until he's, yeah. I don't know if Frank even watches this at all.
No, I would bet that he doesn't.
So all that advice on deaf ears, literally.
Yeah.
I doubt anybody watches this.
Yeah, other than the 3 of us, I rewatch it, and Danny. That's it. That's all who watches this.
I watch it at lunch tomorrow, and that's probably it. Or probably 2 views, me, you, and Ragu.
It's got it always has 13 views, and I think half of the 13 is Tom just showing other people. Hey, Dad, look, you want to watch it?
It's Duke watching on the toilet.
I support Thomas in everything he does. I love my Thomas. All right, hit it or quit it. Moving along. We're sticking with quarterbacks. Dak Prescott had a hell of a game, threw for 400 yards. There were questions about his shoulder that he injured or developed an injury while he was rehabbing his knee. He looked fantastic. So we're going to do a hit it or quit it. Doubling up now after Stafford. Dak Prescott, hit it or quit it. A top, we'll say, 10 quarterback in this league this year.
Yes, I say so.
Do we want to say
I
top
hit it.
5?
No.
Would you hit that? Okay. Top 7? So Tom, hit it or quit it. Dak Prescott, top 10 quarterback. Rocco's thinking more in the 8 range. Top
10. I'm gonna hit that. I think Dallas. They're in the NFC East. there's going to be a lot of high-scoring games, especially when they play the Giants. Giants will be up 40-0, and by the fourth quarter, it'll be 42-40, and they'll lose. So, he's going to be throwing a lot. And he's got the receivers to do it. Like his CeeDee Lamb, he's got Amari Cooper, who Anthony loves for some reason, and he's got Cedric Wilson, a Boise State guy. So he's got the weapons. He's got the 2 tight ends. I think yes, definitely top 10 quarterback.
Excellent. I think he's starting this week. Looks like Danny has him in the starting lineup. Might be the end for Matt Ryan.
Oh, see you
No
later.
way.
I think Danny would have to retire his number. I feel like that's a franchise that, like, fantasy perspective.
He's just Brian Roberts of football.
He's been there. Yeah, exactly. He's been there.
If Matt Ryan goes to a backup job in the NFL, does Danny still keep him?
Oh yeah, he's on his practice squad.
I don't know, maybe he pulls like a Dom Toretto, family. He's family, Rocco.
Family?
No, I would assume that he would cut him.
Would you really?
Yeah. I think I would. All right. Here's one, Rocco. We're going to start with you on this one.
All right.
Hit it or quit it. So last week we had I don't know if anyone noticed, we had huge defensive IDP points. So Danny had Jones from Arizona get 29 points. He actually led Danny's team in scoring. Green Thompson, Carolina linebacker that I had 18.5 points. Hollins, a linebacker, 18 points. Greenlaw, 18 points. Watt, 14 points. Hit it or quit it. Defense are actually going to get us points this year.
Yeah, I think so. I'd hit it. I say, yeah, I think defense is going to get us points. I think that it's about time that they start, getting us these points that we want, these linebackers, and getting sacks. I'm going to hit it.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I feel like there's, the defensive schemes, there's a lot more blitzing and a lot more pressure on the quarterback. And I think that, we had a couple of defensive touchdowns, a couple of interceptions. Linebackers, like you said, Rocco, they're dropping back in coverage and intercepting balls. And a lot more athleticism. We used to see these beefy guys kind of running around. Now you got these linebackers that are like 230 that can play positions. Tom, you're going to hit it or quit it. That this year,
if you look at my roster, I didn't get these crazy points that you guys got. If you look at my 2 defensive linemen, they got me a combined 0 points. So
Grover Stewart.
I'll wait for 1 point. So I'm gonna
quit. Hold on. Your 2 defensive linemen got you combined.
Got me 0.
Are they both from the Bengals, and do they actually start?
No, one is, and he got held on every play, which is a great.
Here we go.
So he was gonna get like 20 sacks. So I'm not worried about him. But my other guy, I had some. Well, I lost one of my guys. He's out for the year, so I picked up Jalen Phillips, the rookie from the Dolphins. And I don't know if he played at all because he got 0 points.
Yeah, Tom, I'm looking at your team right now last week. Let's see. Yeah, you had Hendrickson from Cincinnati, 0 points. Phillips, 0 points. So it's
only up from here.
It doesn't say, when you're a player, the last news in his profile is from over a month ago. You probably shouldn't be starting him on your roster.
I was like, he got drafted in the first round. He should be good.
Stick with him because I drafted Young.
He's
Young
waived.
I had a whole rookie season where he didn't do much, but then the next year he blew up.
And, it's true if I hold on. He can only get maybe half a point next week.
Hold on for one more day. I know that there is pain. All right, we're going to move on along. Tom, last week you provided us with your gifts of telling the future. Nostradamus, the great Nostradamus. You made some year predictions, but now we're looking at week 2 predictions. So what do you got for us?
I got a story for you?
This means Tom was not prepared.
Yeah.
I gotta look who's playing who.
We thought he was dead, remember? We couldn't find him.
You thought I was dead, you had to call me. I was fiddling. I was upside down. I couldn't get the password to work. I didn't realize you had to type
Tom,
it in the way they asked.
Late.
But
You're always early. Like,
Nostradamus, since I said Danny's not going to come in last, I'm thinking that Danny shocks the world this week and he beats the great Duke.
Ooh.
I don't know how he's going to do it, but I think that this is the week that Danny, he finally puts Dak Prescott in his lineup and he wins. He beats Duke. Because I think Duke got lucky last week because who starts Gronk? No one's starting Gronk. He gets 25 points. And then the CBS recap thing is ripping me apart saying, oh, we know his team is terrible anyway. But Duke won because he didn't listen to us because he started Gronk over Jasecki. And, Duke, you got lucky. Danny wins this week. I don't know how. Maybe Duke's team gets struck by lightning. But Danny's team somehow wins. Also,
that's a great one, Tom. Just to bring some clarity and perspective into why Nostradamus has these gifts, Duke is projected to win by 34 points. So if this does come true, that is some prediction, Tom.
Yes.
Moving along.
And you, Mike, you are going to win this week. You're also projected to win by 30 points.
A little bit of a safer prediction, maybe.
Safer prediction, Mike. You're going to win.
If I lose, Tom, you and I have a rough first 2 weeks of the season.
Imagine, yeah. And then I think I play you. I don't know who the hell I play next week, but I play Danny once this year. Hopefully,
All right, Tom. Nostradamus, can you give us one more week 2?
One more pick? Let me see.
Anything about week 2. Just make
a player.
Oh, wait, week 2. Andy Dalton is going to get benched this week versus the Bengals. And Justin Fields is going to come in and probably score like 40 points, and the Bengals are going to probably lose after Justin Fields. And then Frank can get him off the practice squad and have a real quarterback. Problem solved for everybody except me.
Tom, can I tell you, I was watching a little bit of the Bears game, and I was telling Rocco before, Andy Dalton's the kind of guy you look at and you just hate his face. Like, everything about him he's got this beard now. I don't know if you've seen him. Like, I feel like he's trying to do the whole like Chicago blue collar.
You think he's trying to do like a Ryan Fitzpatrick kind of like being all over the place guy in a quarterback?
I don't know. We'll put it over here, but it doesn't look right.
So, by the way, my prediction last week with AJ Green, I was rewatching the Tennessee game yesterday. It was on NFL Network. Yeah. And I was watching AJ Green and how he caught that, like, the first pass. That was, like, by accident. He wasn't even looking. The ball hit him in the chest. And then they try to throw to him again. And I was like, oh, this guy's terrible.
If you actually watch AJ Green play, I don't know. He doesn't.
That was maybe the worst game I've ever seen. I was watching it on TV. There's a penalty on every play. I was like, this is. I was like, the Titans and Cardinals are terrible.
I'm pretty sure AJ Green also got like hit in the back of the leg or something with the pass. Like, again,
he got hit. He wasn't even paying attention. He got hit in the chest, and he was like, "Whoa!"
Half the time, it looks like he's blocking on passing routes. Like, I don't know what he's doing out there.
He's collecting a paycheck. That's all he's doing.
Yeah, he's like, I'm on the Cardinals. I might win a playoff game.
Right.
Oh, man. What could have been, Tom? What could have been?
Poor guy.
Okay, so now that we've talked about Andy Dalton for far too long, we're going to close out with we're just going to make a decision here on what the last place team is going to do. No one else has decided to chime in, really.
No.
Rocco is all on board with the Tay-Tay. So I think if you're okay with it, Tom, we just go with Tay-Tay. We go with the Swiftie fan because right now Rocco is racing towards that
Rocco to lose just to do this, I think.
I would.
He's tanking just for this. You get a first round pick and you get the social media, Instagram about Taylor Swift.
Yep, that is what's going to happen. So if Rocco or anyone, we shouldn't just say Rocco. Rocco is really trying to manifest this. I
have to own it.
He ultimately thinks he's going to be in last place. But yeah,
I thought last year I was going to have the number 1 pick, and then I didn't.
Yeah, Danny one-upped you, buddy.
Yeah, he did.
Danny also said Taylor Swift is giant, so I haven't confirmed that. I've never met her before. Maybe he has, but
maybe she's a giant fan.
Maybe. I would think she was a Titans fan, though. Like, I don't know.
Well, do we want to confirm what Taylor Swift's height is? This is also This is why
We're
everyone tunes in.
fact-checking this. We're going for a fact check.
This is why nobody watches this.
This is why people should watch this.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, I guess so. She's 5'11". That's pretty
Oh,
tall.
that's pretty tall. Yeah,
All
she's a
right.
giant.
You know, she's not as tall as you, Tom. And if she was standing next to Rocco, Rocco would be eye level with her vagina. So,
Well, there we go.
Wow.
Giant.
giant.
I guess she's a giant.
Okay.
Danny
been
should be on
confirmed.
the show as the fact checker.
All right. So the end of the season, last place team. And again, if there's a tie for last place,
It's
there
the
are
point
tiebreakers.
4, right?
It is points scored. Yeah. And
Okay.
then if by some miraculous reason the two last place teams scored the same exact points, it's points against.
Oh, okay.
The
What if
highest
that's high?
points against.
What
Right.
if the team that loses doesn't have a social league? That's where you're gonna have to create one, I guess.
We would create one, yeah.
When you say social media, like I have Instagram, that's fine?
Yeah,
That's exactly.
exactly. Yeah.
You're some like
But
60-year-old Italian
some
man.
people have any.
You say the social media, Facebook,
Do I
Instagram.
have to change my like picture of like me, my profile picture?
I wouldn't expect you to. It was going to be every day you have to post. It has to be, you have to be a Swiftie fan. So it can't be like, I love Taylor Swift because she's so hot. It's got to be.
No. It's gonna be a
Gotta-
fact of the day.
It's gonna be
Taylor
inspirational.
Swift fact
There
of
you
the
go.
day.
Rocco's like
This-
actually
Back in
planning
the
this out.
day,
That's why
make it-
This
make it
day
extra
in Taylor
creepy.
Swift history, blah 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 blah. Like, yeah, I'm all for it. And it's every day for how many losses, right? So if I had like 8 losses, it's 8 days.
correct.
Okay, it's not weeks. It's just
No.
8 days.
Oh,
Alright.
just
You posting Taylor
that's-
Swift. I'd be worried. You might.
And what if I get like? Is there like so many likes I can get? Like if I
He's trying-
can I get out early? Like
it might become a thing. Rocco just might have a Taylor Swift account.
Rocco, if you go viral, you can get out.
Well, I have to take myself off of private. I'm private like right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll be off of private for the
you
whatever.
might
amount
get
of-
followers after this.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll help. I'll share your post on my.
Do I have to do stories? It's like Taylor Swift like stories.
I like how you've just already delegated
Just
yourself to
losing
being
on
the
purpose.
last place team.
I want to lose just because I want to do this. You can do it anyway.
The number 1 pick and Taylor Swift. How can
Yeah,
you
you
go
get to
wrong?
tweet about. You get to Instagram picture Taylor Swift every day.
If someone else finishes in last, Rocco's gonna reach out and be like, "I'll do it with you. I'm a good friend. I don't mind doing it. I already have
It's
a
all
bunch
right.
of posts planned."
Listen, I hope I don't finish last, but I don't want to finish second or last. I'd rather finish last, like the number 1 pick.
You have
what's
a
the
lot to
point?
aspire to, Rocco. You're just so many goals in life.
I know my place in life right now, in fantasy life, and that's where it is. It's Taylor Swift time.
Well, so that's the deal. Okay, so we have made the decision. Whoever finishes in last, probably Rocco, will be a Swiftie for as many games as they lose. It has been decided.
Yeah, there it is.
Like a gavel thing.
No one's gonna know, and then at the end of the year, they're gonna, who decided this?
Well, then they'll have to go back to week 2.
They'll have to watch this week 2 on
Yeah.
YouTube.
This is my dad is going to be so confused about all of this. I'm going to get that text where it's like, Mike, Taylor Swift, is this a singer? Is this a singer? How does this have to do with fantasy football? Please message me back at your earliest convenience. Thanks, Dad.
Oh, is that how he does it? He's all professional?
Text messages from my dad are very like work related. Like, hello, Michael. I hope your day is going well.
Michael, please be prompt.
Please be prompt. Please reply promptly to my text message.
RSVP.
Are you coming for dinner?
What would you like? Would you like rice or corn?
That does it for us. We are the best show on paper. Anything you guys want to add? What are you looking forward to in week 2 of the season? Just one thing.
In fantasy?
Yes. Just in football. Just in football. Whatever. All
Oh, I'd like a Bills win.
right, Bills win.
I'd like for Trey Sermon and Zach Moss to actually play.
if Trey Sermon is a scratch again, there's a problem.
Yeah, that's a huge problem.
uh,
Tom,
Yeah.
looking forward to week 2.
Me too. I'm looking forward to maybe beating Andy Dalton, but being 2-0 for the first time in like I don't know, like it seems like 10 years.
I'm glad my team could help you with almost making that a reality.
Let's just beat up on the NFC North. All right.
Yeah.
I hate you, Tom. I hate you.
Well, we're helping you. We'll beat the Bears, and then it'll be like the same thing.
Do it. I'm all for it, Tom. You deserve it. If anyone deserves it, you do, Tom. That's why
And
we
they play
love
the Steelers next week. They're not going to win that game.
Well, that does it for us here. Hopefully, the 2 of you people watch this and that'll be enough motivation.
It's us 3 and Danny. That's it. That's all the
Us 3
watches.
and Danny. Okay, and Duke. Duke watches.
Oh,
Duke.
Danny watches. All right. I think Duke watches.
Yeah, I don't think Anthony does.
Let us know if you actually watch this. Let us know if we're wasting our time.
Yeah.
I
Give us
bet
a
Joe
thumbs up and
probably
a
watches.
subscribe.
I think Joe watches.
What do they say? Some thumbs up and subscribe.
Oh yeah.
Let us know in the
Rocco,
comments.
point to things. Wait,
Thumbs
Rock, you
up.
gotta talk.
Hit the like.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Hit us with a like so we know you
Tom,
like
if
it.
you talk, then it doesn't go on Rocco.
I don't know how this Zoom works.
Oh man.
Rocco, point
Push
to
the like button.
Like and subscribe and tell us what you like.
The camera
Leave your
refuses-
comments down below.
the
You
camera
can win a
refuses
lifetime
to go
supply of
anywhere.
Campbell's
Hold
soup.
on. Hold on. Let me figure out how to get it on you.
Like and subscribe. Hit the button.
All right, Rocco, go do your thing.
Make
Comments
comments
below.
here. Do you just want me to point or just
Yeah.
say?
Ready? You point, and I'll do the talking because it's pinned to you. Ready? Leave your comments below. Click a like button over here. Subscribe. Do something, asshole. Tell us you're even watching this. There we go. Let me unpin your video.
Oh, that's great.
Now we're good.